was sitting there last night, falling asleep, practicing my draw. So something must be sticking here. It's starting to feel a little more natural.
Stacking all of the fundamentals back to back to back to back to back, you don't really see the whole picture, and it's still an academic type scenario. We're just gonna put it all together. All of that hard work that she put in the beginning is gonna pay off, and she's gonna kind of get to see how it all fits together. She's also gonna realize how important these skill sets are and the real application to real world scenarios that they can have a direct impact on right away.
It's gonna progress fairly fast. We're gonna throw a lot at her, and I have no doubts that she's gonna be able to handle it just fine. Shoot steel with this one.
Huh?
Want to shoot some steel?
Yes, always.
Okay, so now we're gonna start thinking outside the box a little bit. Everything we've done up to this point, we've been super pre-staged, if you will. So we're kind of set up, we're already in that aggressive stance. Our hands are either relaxed down by our sides, but we're kind of ready to go.
Yeah.
What I want you to start considering is, just like you're standing right now, is how I want you to start.
Okay.
Okay, a little bit more realistic approach, I think. So non-traditional start position. Up. Up. Remember day one, we talked about extension of our arms? Remember I said even extension with both arms? This is where it really starts to shine. Now we can start to pick up our tempo too a little bit, right? We just want to get off of the position that we're at. That way we can start movement, whether I'm going to cover or just simply creating movement. Up. Up. Man, that's awesome. Just consider where you've come from and how far you've gone. Day one, you walked in here, you just loaded a mag. We saw rounds going all over the place. And to watch you just take a step, draw your gun, shoot and hit, go through a reload, get that done, get right back on target, man, I'm ecstatic right now. So in a short amount of time, you've come a long way.
I feel more confident.
We're getting Kim ready. That's the goal, or as ready as she could be, to deal with any scenarios that we throw at her at the end of the week or the end of this training session.
I think she's far exceeded all of our expectations. The amount of stuff we've thrown at her and her ability to retain it all and then apply it has been incredible. Up. Running the barricade drill today was awesome. It gave her a chance to put together all of the skills that we've worked on. I think that we have given her a ton of fundamentals. She has been crushing all of the drills we've thrown at her, and they're pretty difficult.
What did you think of that? Right, there's a lot going on there though, right? It's a complicated drill. You kept sticking with it and you fought your way through it. I thought that was outstanding. Great job.
Better. Let's do it again.
Let's do it again.
The first time she ran it, she was not happy with her performance. And instead of saying something like, all right, that was good, can we move on? She said, I want to do that again. And again, and again, and again. She did it like 5 or 6 times. And it was awesome to see every time she did it, she got better. She kept pushing and pushing and pushing until her last run, she looked like a freaking ninja. It was awesome.
And holster. That is getting a high five. That was awesome.
That was better.
Nice work.
Yeah.
Today we're adding in another instructor. Her name's Hannah. We're really excited to bring her on. While we're all teaching the same curriculum, sometimes a small shift in phrasing by a different instructor will set off a light bulb in a student. The more access you can get to different people, the better.
So Kim, we're gonna get ready to run our 360 shoot house. We wanna make sure you make your hits before you move to the next position. 7's your first shooting position. 2. Z. 5. Z. Wanna stay back a little bit off that window. So that looked awesome, Kim. Did you feel better? You owned your sights on that one, so you got some good hits off. You caught yourself when you were exposed and were able to back up, so it looked good. This is all new to her, so repetition rules the day. When she did make a mistake, she acknowledged it and knew that she was doing it. So it's very easy for her to repeat proper procedure and move on.
You're gonna start 2 shots from standing. Go to a kneeling position. 2 shots. Seated position. 2 shots. Lay down. 2 shots. Get back up. Seated. 2 shots. Kneeling. 2 shots. Standing. 2 shots. At some point, you may have to do a reload.
Yep.
Just do it. All right. Up. 2 shots standing. 2 shots kneeling. 2 shots seated. 2 shots from your back. Back up to seated. 2 shots. Kneeling. Reload. Standing. 2 shots. Nice. Awesome.
It was day 4 of training, and they actually told me, you know, that I made it a lot farther than a lot of people that do that intensive training. And it was the combination of having so much information thrown at you and the actual physical movement of holding up a pistol for that amount of time.
Haven't had any issues with muzzles going in any unsafe direction. Her finger stays off the trigger when it needs to be. And then when we look at how far she's come just in a small amount of time, it's all, I don't want to say unheard of, but for a beginner level shooter, she is doing very well. She, I think, is probably harder on herself than most anybody else would be, and I think she's doing great. Awesome shoot.
Yeah, thanks.